Good afternoon. You'll tell me when you're ready. Okay. All right, I'm Doug Reckenwald, Dougreckenwald, Pleasure Ridge Park Fire Chief. I'm going to give you an update on what's going on with our search. We currently now are covering about 60 miles of the river from Caesars Casino down past Brandenburg and even to Leavenworth, Indiana. We have a mixture of fire agencies, police agencies, the Coast Guard, and even some private individuals helping us out. And the Jefferson County search team is helping us out with the land sweep. You can obviously see LMPD. It has a aerial coverage. They're helping us search, and so far, unfortunately, we've been unsuccessful. We are moving to a phase of recovery. We are switching from rescue to recovery. Moving forward, LMPD and or the Coast Guard will be conducting any information, or will be providing any information to you all. PRP will not be. We will be remaining here and conducting the search until nightfall this evening, and then PRP will be backing out just to an assistance level. At that point, LMPD, Kentucky Fish and Wildlife, and the Coast Guard will be responsible for moving forward. So we have some of our operations, and we're pulling the barges apart. It was a tow of 4 barges, and we're just making sure that maybe one of the victims was not caught within those barges, so they're pulling those apart. We have sonar that we're trying to take pictures under the water, not like a picture that your camera would take, but essentially an image that would say this doesn't belong in the water. And then we mark those points, and we try to get divers in there if the conditions are safe to dive. We have shore sweeps. We have just surface sweeps. So a lot going on. And as I said, the Jefferson County Search and Rescue is also doing shore sweeps on the bank. So those are some of the things going on. We have nearly 66 people actively on the river right now that are completing searches. So an extensive operation. We're trying to leave no stone left unturned, and hopefully it will be fruitful for us. But as of this time, it has not been. So we're working to try to change that. So any questions?
Looking for a man and a woman at this point?
One female adult and one male adult.
What do we know about the victims inside of the hospital?
I'm sorry, say that again, please.
What do we know about the victims that were in the hospital?
Okay, the only thing I can tell you is we know we had 1 deceased and 4 others that were transported. Beyond that, I do not have the information of their outcome.
Can you give us an idea of what kind of factors or conditions would cause the search to go on so long?
There's a lot, whether it's river current, temperature of the water. We're 17, 18 hours out now from the incident. We know last night the river was roughly moving about 1 knot. So that the drift could have taken the victims down. There's just so much, it's hard to give you every scenario. So we honestly do not know. If we knew, we would be pinpointing there. So we're trying a little bit of everything.
What was the deciding factor? You mentioned you're switching from search to recovery now. What kind of decides that?
Well, the time that we don't have any signs of life, how long they would be under the water if it was under the water. Because we have been searching so extensively through the air, on land, we haven't found anything on the land, so our assumption is they're probably still in the water or at the water's edge at best. Those are the factors that go into it. It's just a timing. 18 hours. we just don't believe that there's a chance at this point that someone's going to come up alive from that.
Logistically, how, from what you guys can tell at this point, I know it's early, does it look like the barge was moving, the boat was sitting? Was it a collision? Was there alcohol involved?
So I apologize. I should have started with that. We are simply search and rescue. That is a police and a Coast Guard issue, and I will let them answer those questions when you all transition over to them. We have nothing to do with that. We essentially got a call at 10:08 p.m. Yesterday evening, and started to do a quick search and rescue effort, and then obviously it's drawn into an 18-hour event, but we have not been any part of the investigation other than what we did when we first got here to give investigators a picture of what it looked like. So.
Have you all been able to find out what exactly caused the accident?
No, ma'am. That is police and Coast Guard's responsibility.
So you're going to be out here till sunset and then back here tomorrow morning? Is that
We will be out here until sunset. If LMPD or the Coast Guard request us to help them in the next few days or however long this goes, we will be willing to do that, but we will not be responsible for the operation past sunset this evening.
And you don't know if other crews will be out still past sunset?
I do not know that. It's likely they will not. We left this morning at around 3:30, just because it's difficult in the dark. It's difficult in the day, right? So it's very difficult in the dark, and so now that we've gone to the recovery mode, to be out here all night long it's really a challenging type of event. So we've likely, most agencies, if not all agencies, will call off at dark tonight and then resume tomorrow morning.
Do we know when Coast Guard or LMPD will be available to speak with us?
I do not. I do know that LMPD's communications director will be reaching out to you all to say if you have questions or whatever. I have spoken with her, and so she will be in contact with your all's organizations to let you know that they'll be accepting those.
At this point, what is helping and what is hindering? It looks like the water is very quiet. The weather is doing okay. What is?
So really, there's not been a hindrance. It's hard to say. We can't find them, right? But there's nothing that we can pinpoint that said, hey, the weather's bad or the river's in bad shape or there's a lot of debris in the river. None of that. We actually have really good conditions to conduct these searches. And so that's even more frustrating for us, that we've got such good conditions and we have such little results. But so really nothing is hindering us other than we can't find them.
Were there a lot of people on the water because of the fireworks are nearby? Were there a lot of boats that you guys know of last night around 10 o'clock?
When we showed up, there were just a couple of pleasure craft that were here. And unfortunately for them, they had to wait around until 3:30 until all of our operations completed. I think that was one or two. Am I correct about that? So there were not that many that were stationed out of this port or out of this boat dock. But how many total? They could have come from Shawnee or could have come from West Point. I do not know that.
Are you able to tell us the ages of the two individuals?
I am not. That'll be an LMPD. So
Have you been talking to family and friends?
I have.
What kind of conversations have you been having?
The exact conversations I have with you all. I give them an update before I talk to you all so that they hear it from us first. And so I went up there about 30 minutes ago and gave them the exact same information I'm giving you all.
Any other updates tonight?
Not from PRP.
Okay.
Okay,
Right.
so this will be the last time PRP walks to you and gives you any information. And simply it's turned to that, which is a recovery. PRP is in the rescue mode, and so, or is the rescue agency and not a recovery agency. So that's why the transition. Okay. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
All right.